Hi, we're going to talk about CrampBark today. CrampBark is a very important medicine. It's a viburnum, and viburnum in this case, the American CrampBark is Viburnum trilobum. The European and Asian one is Viburnum opulus. Some taxonomists would like to call our trilobum as a subspecies of opulus, but I don't go for it because opulus, the Asian European, has round balls of flowers, and the flowers on this are round parasol corymbs, so quite a bit different flower shape. So I'm not buying it. But at any rate, they're Viburnum trilobum. The opulus is used in Europe, but anyway, this is our native species here, and it's a shrub, tall shrub. It can be quite tall, 20 feet or so, but it's a multi-stem shrub. It's definitely not a tree. This was grown in the full sun. It's a huge crop of berries and fruit on it. The fruit can be used to make product. It needs an awful lot of sweetening though. It's got a lot of flavor. It's we could call it a medicinal fruit. And so I cut, you can see this is from this is actually only a 7-year-old stem maybe. Most of this, anyway, I'll even go for a small stem to this diameter because we have a bark ordered. And so for bark, I get a bunch of the stems here, and then I use a butter knife without serrations, old-fashioned butter knives. You have to go to old secondhand stores and get this butter knife without serrations, and that works better than, for instance, a sharp knife like I have right here. If I use a sharp knife, it wants to keep catching and not peel smoothly. If it's a really thick piece, sure, but in general, the butter knife goes a lot quicker. So once I get that outer bark off, I'll come back with that at a flat angle like this and peel off the cambium that I missed with the big shoots, because I don't want to waste any cambium. That's where the cambium is, where the main stuff is. So this will be finished up, and I'll be left with this, and I'll be left with the sticks. Again, so I'll be peeling thin ones all the way up to big stuff like this. But I have another option for people. It's a lot of work and a lot of material to do it this way. So what I've discovered, or I'm promoting, I didn't discover this, I actually, but not many people do this, I use the twigs. So I'm cutting this during the growing season and cutting up the whole twiggy green leaf part, and that'll get dried. And so something like this, I'm not going to try drying the fruit though. I could wait till the fruit was ripe, I suppose, and then harvest it and then do the cutting as well. But anyway, you want a good cambium flow, the tree to be active, the green growing when you do this. At least that. And then I can even use bigger stuff like this here and get a bit smaller chunks, and then run this. We have a milling machine that we can run all this through, and so we end up with some woody material in the mix, but we end up with a lot of cambium and the green leaves, and that makes a good product. It's not as strong as the bark separately, but it's a lot cheaper to produce and a lot less time consuming, because I don't have only so much time to try to do the peeling a lot of sticks to get a small amount of bark. I can get a much more faster product doing this, so I can sell it quite a bit cheaper. So people might want to check into buying some of my twig. I do about 10 different medicinal barks as twigs now. Okay, the only one I don't do that on is Devil's Club. That is definitely only the bark. So, at any rate, there's a little bit about Viburnum, trilobum, CrampBark, and I'm growing it in a couple of different places on the farm, in the hedgerows, and it goes good with multiple other things. It's a nice element of a permaculture, multi-functional, multi-story situation. So I use it in conjunction as an understory to big overstory trees as well. So, but full sun is where it's happiest.